Hello everyone, Derek Stam Toys, and we are back with another action figure review. Today we've got the Legends Series 26 Peak Angle in the house here. Of course, respecting Kurt Angle's wishes and calling him Peak, aka, the good old perk meme, I guess you could say. I digress though, the good old Taz meme there for you. We got all the other action figures in this wave. Can't lie, honestly, this might be one of the very few waves I actually kind of want all the figures, because the retro Carlito already would be cool, especially because I got the Chase Carlito. I still have yet to get the normal variant on that Elite, but having the two generations of Carlito there would be cool. I always loved Godfather when I go back and watch Attitude Era stuff when I get the chance. I'm not saying I go back and watch whole pay-per-views and stuff, but try to watch some clips and expand the wrestling lore. And of course, Roman Reigns' brother there, Rosie, the superhero in training gear and stuff. What not to love about this wave, especially if you grew up in any of those time periods, am I right? Enough said though, why don't we get this Kurt Angle, this Kurt Angle, this Kurt Angle, this Kurt Angle. Yeah, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle out of his plastic prison now, shall we? Alrighty you guys, now that we've got the good old Angle out of the plastic prison, we can go over these action figure accessories. Of course, he comes with a nice good old 2 sets of interchangeable hands. We've got some good old mic holding hands, or ankle lock holding hands, I guess you could say, maybe. I don't know, maybe the choke slam cuff hands are a little bit better for that. I don't know, I can't really tell you. I haven't used Kurt Angle much Fed-wise. But he also comes with these nice little pointer fingers, so he can call you out, he can throw the ones up for Roman Reigns, whatever the case may be. And he of course comes with my favorite variation of the gold medal, when he didn't come out with 2, but I don't feel like putting it over his head, I'm not gonna lie. But when he came out with the gold, and he had the gold and green one in the later run. When did he introduce the7 medal? I mainly remember it because of SVR 2006. So thank you, SVR 7, not 6. I do play 2006 every now and again, but I don't. Maybe he did. It beats me. I'm a little too old at this rate. It's kind of hard to remember everything. Even though, let's be honest, I'm only 24, gonna be 25, so realistically I'm not that old, but I guess you could say I'm considered old enough. But getting into the Kurt Angle figure here, we've got this nice brand new menacing, grimacing Kurt Angle head scan with the mouth guard in the mouth. Nice little black mouth guard there. Nice bald head. You got his tattoo there on the shoulder. I love the singlet with the black and gold. You've got the American Eagle with the American flag in it. Of course, Kurt Angle being a good old American boy. You've got the star with the red, white, and gold there. Another American Eagle on the chest. Of course, the singlet is outlined in gold. Absolutely flame attire with the nice little gold stars there. And then you've got the gold star just up here on the singlet, on the knee pads. This one appears to be a wee bit fucked up though. But just like most of the good people in America, it can be a wee bit fucked up. That's fine, because I do hope maybe one day I can find a reason to use this Kurt Angle in the Fed. I feel like it would be absolutely phenomenal to get this Kurt Angle in the Fed. Anywho, speaking of more stuff, we've got these nice black shoes. I'd say hold the figure up pretty well, and maybe could be a consideration for John Cena figures or something. I don't know. I feel like it would be a nice shoe mold for Cena. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys actually care enough to comment. That's more up to you. But I guess we can get into some other stuff. You got some good old head articulation. No Diddy, I guess you could say. You've got the arm movement there and the shoulders. They'd be moving pretty nice and smooth too. You've got the upper bicep rotation. Got the double jointed elbows there. Of course, you've got a good old bit of wrist articulation there. A little stiff on the wrist articulation, but of course, with due time, I'm sure it'll loosen up a little bit, which is not what I want, but meh. Got a nice little ab crunch there. Nice little waist swivel. A little stiff, but honestly, I'd prefer the waist swivel to be stiff on these figures. You've got a little bit of lower thigh cut in a sense. It's not really upper thigh. Like it is the upper thigh, but I'm used to it being like up here on the figures, not down here, but it's how they did the singlet mold. You've got double jointed pin in knees, which honestly I am totally fine with them putting the pins in the knees if that's what it means to keep the buttery smooth knees. Anywho, I digress. We've got the good old foot rotation when it wants to pose up there, I guess you could say. I don't like really rotating the feet on angles much when they wear shoe molds kind of similar to this, just because sometimes, and as you can kind of see right there, the foot looks like it's gonna come off. I mean, pressing it down a bit did kind of fix it there, but I'm sure just any little bit of rotation on these ankles could mess that up. So be careful with that, and be careful maybe bending the ankles here. I don't know. Maybe some of yours are a little bit better in that case and scenario, but past PTSD tells me not to trust it, so I don't trust it. Anywho, with all that being said, maybe we can get into some Kurt Angle figure poses and, well, just rate the figure on a scale of 1 to 10 in the good old Dave Meltzer star rating, because you know we love the good old 1 to Young Buck match here, don't we? Alrighty, you guys. Made a little quick and simple pose here. We've got Sting taking the Angle Slam. Something nice, sweet, and simple. Worst case, though, if it does fall and tip over on me like it just kind of did literally a few seconds prior before hitting the record button on the camera. What a beautiful sight to see. Kurt Angle face bumping on an Angle Slam. Anyway, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, I do really enjoy this Kurt Angle, though I do have a little bit of gripes with it. The knee pad, for instance, being a quality control issue is a little disappointing there. Sad to say it, but everything else, quality control wise, is fairly damn spot on. And then on top of it though, you've also got the shoe mold, which seems like it wants to pop out of the figure every chance it can get. So I don't know exactly what I want to do about that there. Maybe I should take the time to heat the feet up, take them out, put them back in. Maybe that'll kind of loosen up the plastic and kind of just help it rotate better. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to just chime in on a little bit of an update there. Maybe that's how a lot of people's Kurt Angle is at the moment. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Either way, at the end of the day though, with all that being said, what would I rate this Kurt Angle on a scale of 1 to 10? Honestly, he may not be as solid as I wish he would be in the ankles, but he's still gonna be holding a good, damn near solid 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give him a good scaling here, and here's why. honestly, a little bit of bias. So, maybe you don't want to take my credibility here, I guess. But I've always wanted this era of Kurt Angle ever since they got the license for him back when he returned in 2016, back when he became like a GM and did all that weird shit and then ended up fighting Baron Corbin. And I was really hoping we would see an era of this figure. Sadly, it didn't come right away. It took a very long time. I want to say he left the company and came back under a Legends contract too, or I don't know what they call them now, nostalgia deals maybe, I think. Either way, it took them very long to get this figure out there, but I am very happy that we finally do have it in existence, even if mine's a little bit messed up. So with the ankle and the quality control, I think it earns the 9 out of 10 downgrade point there. Maybe could have been a damn near solid figure, because I could see this posing with the best of them and posing like a champ for any of your Pick Fed Federation needs and or wants. I know I've seen a couple of people posing this around already in their feds on Instagram. And speaking of that, perfect little cutaway after I get done rating this figure, just because we do have the Dave Meltzer star ratings still left to go. On the scale of 1 to Young Buck, I gave him a 9 out of 10. I feel it's only right we give him a good solid 4.2 out of 5 stars. I'm going to give him that little extra bump just for that nostalgia please here. But maybe you guys won't. Maybe you guys will scale it lower, maybe you guys will scale it higher. At the end of the day, this is just my opinion for any of you who, may disagree. But, going back to the Instagram idea, I would just like to throw this out there, especially because I know a few of you guys do now follow me on here on YouTube. And I know a few of you guys have checked out some of my Fed stuff out on here. If you guys end up watching this, I appreciate all the love recently I've gotten in the community. Even if you haven't, maybe I'll just screen record this and kind of just throw this up as like a little reel on Instagram. But thank you guys for all the love and support. I don't know what it is. I started posting night 1 of the UK tour up on there, and it's been getting a lot of likes ever since. And I actually have a couple of things coming that we can keep in mind. Potentially canon to the Fed, potentially not canon to the Fed. The first thing I would like to at least announce, because it has already been announced, which will kind of put the UK tour on hold, but I feel like it will be flames, especially if you guys do have Instagram. You guys will be seeing it first and foremost. Maybe I'll take the time to edit it out and actually throw it up on here for everybody to see. But I actually was asked, and well, of course I accepted. I want to be talking about it right now. But I accepted to be a part of a collab show with a few other fedders on Instagram. I'm going to be doing one match, and that match is Kenny Omega versus Randy Orton. Two men who, let's say they both have something to prove in the Fed. Kenny Omega on the verge of leaving, maybe taking this matchup as like a nice little payday, you never know. But Randy Orton, I definitely would say, is mainly doing this for the payday after all. The attack he suffered after episode 15, you would think he'd be injured, but I guess he's not injured enough for that premium dollar, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, just throwing that out there. I don't know if I will, but I'll probably throw like a little graphic up of it. Maybe I'll show some of the other matches while I'm talking here. But yeah, I guess on that note, we can also follow that up by getting the hell out of here, because I want to actually start that match up. So unofficially unannounced match, kind of a part of the UK tour, but will be featured on this joint pay-per-view show called Wrestle Dynasty. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Speaking of it's damn true, well, if you like the video, well, you should like maybe some of my other content, I guess you could say, but if you like the video, you should definitely like this video right now. But, you know, speaking of what I was just saying a second ago, go check out some of my other content if you would like to. After all, we've got plenty of other action figure reviews, such as this great Muta Chase variant review. Oh yeah, I'm not in the content section of the video like stuff here, but we've got night 1, match 1 of the United Kingdom tour here. We've got the Chase variant Axiom, the official match card for the UK tour. If you haven't checked that out yet, highly recommend it. I'm honestly shocked with how quick that is blowing up already. Got plenty of reviews, plenty of stuff to go around. Hell, if we scroll down far enough, you'll see unboxing stuff. You'll see potential ways to fix your figs. Just all things around that you may like and need. But on top of doing all that, you know, whether your forte is the Fed, whether your forte is my action figure reviews, maybe you could do me a favor and, you know, subscribe. After all, it is free to subscribe. We are currently sitting at 375 subscribers, so, you know, that's really nice to see. I'm very happy to know that we are only what 25 more subs away from 400, 125 more subs away from 500, half a thousand. I'm blown away a little bit. I really am. I never thought my channel would get this big, and that's a never-ending thing I'll say here on the channel. It really is. But at the end of the day, feel free to do so, whether you do or not, I don't know. But I'm not gonna beg you for top dollar or anything like that. You won't hear me singing "In the Arms of the Angels," begging you for that premium subscription. I don't know why I keep saying premium as if it means anything more than a regular one. That I don't have anything like that. Anywho, on that note, I think I need to hop out of here. I'm overworked, overtired. Or, well, I can't really say overworked. I worked 9 hours today. That ain't too terrible compared to maybe some of you out here who be working 13-hour days. Anyway, have a good rest of your day, night, evening, morning, whatever the case may be. I don't know, I'm not in your time zone, but if I were, would I enjoy where I'd be? Maybe not, probably not, I don't know. But on that note, deuces, ooses, yeet.